What's up? Ranger527 here. Welcome to Way of the Hunter. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. Well, I mean, yes, I'm serious, but in that voice, yeah, nah. Trust me. If it was basically Call of Duty, going out and just fucking drop shotting deers left and right, then I'd be like that. But nah, Way of the Hunter, man. Oh my God, yo, if 2022 has done something to me this year, it has made me interested in hunting. I don't know if it's because, you know, like, because part of my family, like, actually used to hunt, or it's just because, you know, that primal instinct, in me that, like, wants to go out there and hunt. But, bro, yeah, man, hey, you know, I found out I'm into hunting, even though I've never done it, and I would love to someday. I never did. But, while I can't just go out in the woods and start bang, 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 glack, 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 you know, all that stupid gangster shit that, you know, is on the radio nowadays. Even though I can't do that out in the real world, I guess yet or anything like that, I can play a video game of it, you know? Hey, there we go. The problem solved, right? That's why I love 2022. So anyways, we got the newest hunting game that came out, Way of the Hunter. It's basically the most realistic hunting game there is out there. And yeah, and I just want to show it off because I've been so in love with this game, even to the fact that I'm willing to restart some of my progress. So yeah, I have played this game a little bit, but I was like, you know what, I want to put this on YouTube because I liked it. So what we're gonna do is I'm not gonna play like the first hour, you know, like with no edits or anything like that, like usual. I'm just gonna do some missions all the way up to where we're supposed to find this one dude named Hollywood, because it kind of shows up the story. What this game does different from the other hunting game, which I personally prefer, just personally, but that's only because there's more stuff to do in that game. It's called Hunter: The Way of the Wild. The one I liked about this game, though, is it has more of a story to it, you know? And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it, really. That's honest. I mean, I do enjoy the story. I'm a story-driven kind of guy. And so, you know, when I'm kind of, you know, bummed out and stuff like that, or there's nothing else to play, you know, I'll come back to Way of the Hunter. So, anyways, let's not wasting time, because this is like, oh my God, this intro is almost 3 minutes long. So, yeah, let's get into it. Why not? Hell yeah. Whoo-wee. Yeah. I'll explain when we're walking to one of our destinations, of like how I personally like probably found that I enjoyed the scene of hunting so much. At first I was kind of like, man, I don't know if I really like, you know, going out and like, look at these animals, you know, stuff like that. And then an event happened to me that involved the deer this year, to the point where it was like, yeah, we need some population control, because, yeah, these motherfuckers do not care. One bit. Oh, it's so pretty. Yeah, this game is pretty cool, man. It's not just, you know, it's not just a story mode also, or you go out and shoot shit. They also have this thing, like a herd management, where if you like shoot too many of the same sex, it can negatively impact, you know, your hunts and stuff like that. Well, not your hunt, but like what you can capture in your game and stuff. So, oh God, I was gonna say, man, I hope that's not copyrighted. Hey, Grandpa.
Hello, speaking.
Hey, Grandpa. I'm getting closer to the lodge. Your phone magically erased all the contacts again?
River. Nurse Ellen was helping me with it, but she said she doesn't know how these old-fashioned phones work.
I'll help you with it when you return.
Oh, I'm so grateful you decided to help me with the Bear Den Ranch. Competition is growing every day.
Ethically hunted meat with government inspection? Sounds like a pretty niche market.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. But the demand is rising every day. And with the hoax about the disease spreading...
I What? I can't hear you.
River, can you hear me? Better now?
Yep. Way better.
The service in the valley is really bad, so I'll make it quick. I've sent you a package a day ago, but I'm not sure when it will arrive. Just make yourself at home and maybe greet your old friend Echo. You know, it's been a while.
Oh God, I forgot about her. How long has it been?
10 years. I hope you didn't forget the keys.
Oh God, I did. What should I do?
Don't worry. The spare is in the usual spot.
All right, I'm here. I'll call you later. And be nice to the nurses.
Well, tell them to be nice to me. I'm always a gentleman.
Legit, this
And
legit
you know,
sound like you're talking to a
or I
grandpa.
guess I should start calling you River now. Welcome to the Nez Perce Valley.
Woo! Yeah. Alright, so we'll do just a little exploring and stuff like that, and then we'll go on like the actual hunts and stuff like that. Because you know, I don't want this video to be too long or anything like that. I kind of want to aim this video to be more like if you're interested in this game, or you have any interest in hunting at all, or you want to try it out, something like that, definitely pick this game up. Or actually, honestly, personally, I prefer the Hunter Way of Wild. This game is more towards realism, and it's more slower paced, where Hunter Call of the Wild, there's just way more variety, and it's obviously it's because like this game's been out for like not even a year, and Hunter's been out for like a lot of years.
Forgot the keys.
The
spare must be in the
dumbass. Our character, so we're already learning something about our boy River. He's very irresponsible. No, I'm just kidding. Well, yeah, I mean, it's because you forgot the keys at home, but there's a new one, or more keys over here.
Thank God we have a trustworthy mailman.
Alrighty, so let's go ahead and the lounge.
It's been a long time since I was here.
Alright, so let's see, we go ahead and get Grandpa's old rifle. The one thing I really liked about this game too, that we'll go over, is that this thing legit has like real real world brand, stuff like that. Hunter Call of the Wild doesn't. So yeah, so Leopold is real. I mean, I don't know about Grandpa's old rifle, but yeah, they got like, they just got real world shit, like it just feels more realistic, you know? Alright. Okay, let's go ahead and go to the balcony as it says. Yeah, here's the lodge, by the way. This is Hollywood's father. So we'll get into more of like who Hollywood is and all that stuff when we get to that mission and stuff like that. But obviously, you know, we'll need to go out and capture all the animals and you know, enslave them and stuff like that. And then once we're done, we'll go ahead and shoot them, and then, you know, put their head on the wall. So, man, you know what? I want to go to a trophy lodge just so I can see, like, and like just, like, instead of like having heads on the wall, it would be like a bunch of butts, like that episode in SpongeBob, when they had to like paint Mr. Krabs' house. All right. So we'll go ahead and learn how to use the thing. I like how this thing says, oh wait, nice. That's some optics can be zoomed in. So these binoculars can't, but these are already way better than the ones you get in Hunter Call of the Wild, because obviously it tells you like the meter and stuff like that, how much you need to go. So.
See you soon, Echo.
But yeah, all right. So let's go ahead and make our way over there. So yeah, as I said, this is a more slower-paced game. Right now, this game only has collars, rifles, and oh god, what's that other fucking thing? Shotguns.
You've discovered Nez Perce Valley grassland habitat. Open country for beginners and seasoned veterans alike. The meadows serve as prime feeding areas for both pheasants and badgers. Undisturbed grasslands with tall grass have the potential to hold a lot of small but also some bigger game.
Yeah. So anyways, so yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and just to play it safe here. Yeah, I don't want this video being more than an hour. We'll go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and drive to where we're supposed to be, and then I'll meet you guys at our destination. So yeah. All right, so we're about to reach our destination, but damn, look at that view, man. I was like, man, I had to put that in the video. So this game has some beautiful ass scenery, man. It does. So, alright. They say he wants to leave the car there. I'm like, fuck that. I ain't walking all that way up there. Bro, I'm American. We don't do that. Now, we'll go ahead and leave it. Ooh, what was that? Not gonna tell me just yet. But anyways, but yeah. So, yeah, obviously, you know, we got a vehicle and stuff like that. One thing that this game does have that you, there's a wolves. Is that a wolf? I never ran into wolves right here, so pull our rifle out just in case we have to use it. We're not really supposed to run in. I mean, so obviously animals will run around, you know, like whenever the hell they want to and stuff like that. But I never ran into wolves just doing this mission, so we need to be careful. It's more likely they're gonna run off though. There's very few animals that will actually, like, if they sense you, they'll come and bite your ass. Like, you know, the wolves, they just ran away, right? Even though they saw me, and that's realistic too. I don't know why the fuck, like, in game, like in other video games, stuff like that, if a wolf see you, they'll just come up and try to kill you. Like, come on, like, really? You really think a wolf's gonna kill the Dragonborn in Skyrim? No. But anyways, but yeah, I mean, mooses do, bears do that, and stuff like that. The only thing that I've experienced so far in hunting game that doesn't do that is called the Western Capercaillie. These fuckers are like little turkey birds or whatever, but they're so territorial. They sense you, they legit will come and attack you. Like, they do legit attack you and stuff like that. And that's one thing I kind of want to put down too. You know, with hunting and stuff like that. I know I can understand hunting being like looked down upon by more people, like nowadays, than it was, you know, before, because just how different the world is, stuff like that. But there's one thing you gotta understand: there's a difference between hunting and poaching. Hunters, you know, I was about to say we, but I'm not a hunter yet. But they respect the land, you know. They go out, they look at nature and stuff like this. I mean, just look how beautiful this is, man. So even though it's a video game, the scenery is really good. But yeah, you know, and really, the only thing you really would want to leave behind is the guts of the deer. But you know, if you catch one, of course. And also, the point of like shooting a deer and catching them is to kill it the fastest way possible, without doing a headshot, obviously. That way it doesn't have to suffer that long. So yeah, okay, we're about to meet our homeboy Echo. I'm sorry, our homegal Echo. So.
Here you are.
Yeah. Penis!
Long time no see, my friend.
And you can do that as many times as you want to, but I mean that's pretty much all I have to worry about. But yeah, so yeah, so now we're gonna go to the shooting range. But anyways, yeah, that's hunting. I mean, like, you know, the only thing you leave behind is the guts, but you bring everything else with the deer back home and you use it for body part, which is the way that our everyone's ancestors used for survival, you know. With poaching, on the other hand, fuck that shit, bro. Fuck that, like, that pisses me off just thinking about it. Basically, what you do is you kill any fucking, like, animal you see, even the ones that are endangered or illegal to kill. Like, for example, like in America, like, if I was a poacher, I could just go find a hawk, shoot it, or not a hawk, but an eagle, kill it, maybe take one or two feathers with me, and then just leave the rest of the carcass there. Like, that's fucked up. That's not even right, man. But I mean, hey, man, that shit sells. It's crazy too. Like, I just like found out that I think it was in Pennsylvania or something like that, but there was a shipping container that was just found, and I think it was illegal or whatever. But 45,000 pounds of deer antlers. 45,000 pounds of deer antlers that was supposed to be sold overseas. Man, it's fucking nuts. But yeah. So yeah, just if you're ever curious and want to know, like, man, if hunting is bad and stuff like that, trust me, no, it's a good thing. I mean, legit. I'm glad that not everyone is into it and stuff like that. Otherwise, everyone would be, obviously into hunting and shooting deers and fuck. I mean, there'd be no deers left. But yeah, the way I got into like hunting and stuff like that, or my interest in hunting, has peaked. Because one night earlier this year, I was driving home and I hit a big ass buck, man. I mean, like, this motherfucker had antlers, and I hit it. My car got totaled, and the police officer was like, "Yeah, man, I've never seen the accidents ramp up this so bad." And I got very lucky, apparently, according to the tow truck guy. And on that same road, that last week, a lady had a fatal accident with a deer. Same thing. I'll let you guys go. But a move, bitches! I'm coming. Obviously, you don't want to do this when you're hunting. But anyways, but yeah, unfortunately, a lady had a terrible accident. It was fatal. And yeah, it was hit a fucking deer, and there's so many deers on the side of the road where I live. It's nuts, man. So that's another good thing about hunting is population control, which we'll kind of get into. This game has a very interesting mechanic when it comes to population, but right now we'll go ahead and do some gunplay. So this game, obviously, we have our zoom and set. We got our zeroing too. We got our zoom and all that stuff. Let me go ahead and turn on something that was actually really cool that I think people might get into. So obviously this game has colorblind, I was gonna say adjustments or whatever, but yeah, this game has colorblind mode to help all my colorblind homies out there. Yeah, you don't have to worry about shit, because I know seeing red can be hard and stuff like that. So anyways, so we zoom our rifle in and hit the vital shot. Look at that ricochet too, that was kind of cool. Oh yeah, we need to, there we go. There's the zeroing. Alright, so yeah, we'll go ahead and do that.
Vitals hit.
Hold up, I didn't, the fucking thing didn't come up. There's a thing that helps, let's see, let's go with performance, because I can't handle 30 FPS anymore after playing so much PC. HUD. Okay, so here's crosshair. Turn that on. I don't know what game version is. But yeah, there's just a lot of there's also just a lot of options to, you want to customize your game the way you want to, man. You can. It's so cool. Shit, where is it? Hunter Sense is not what I'm looking for, but it's probably something I'm gonna have to deal with. It shouldn't be like all the basic shit should be there, because I actually deleted my save file. So it should. Yeah, everything. Yeah. And what I'm trying to show off too is will come up eventually. So we'll go ahead and crouch down for this, just so we can have a. Actually, let's do this. There we go. Oh, that's not even the one we're looking at. God damn it.
Michael wants to keep his shooting skills sharp, but 200 meters? Way too far for a safe deer shot.
Yeah, the most you want to do is when you hunting a deer, as far as I know, is try to keep it at 100 meters. But I know that, I mean, especially if you're a noob like me. So, not bad.
Over there.
Not bad at all.
Hey, Wallace, don't forget to take care of the badgers wreaking havoc behind the lodge. Sincerely, myself. You forgetful geezer.
Alright, looks like we're going badger hunting, so we're gonna have to make a walk up there, so. Alright, so yeah. But anyways, that's really all I have to say before about, hunting and stuff like that. I know we just, kind of bounced off that when we get into shooting range, but also I want to make this point too, man. This is kind of the question I asked myself when I was thinking, if hunting is humane. Like, what is more humane, right? So, like, somebody who goes out in the woods in the and finds a deer in the natural habitat, shoot it quickly, and then, obviously you know, gut him and then take his entire body part and stuff like that. Somebody doing that, or or keeping like cows and chicken and whatnot on a farm, you know, in a slaughterhouse just to get drugged up, beaten, and you know what I'm saying. If you never, I mean, I definitely don't recommend watching, but do some research on like how like animals are treated like in these like big mega corporate, you know, farms, stuff like that. Like, you know, like the meat from McDonald's, that, you know. And I'm not trying to, you know, call anyone out, but yeah, like if you know what I'm trying to say is, I mean, basically, like, you know, when you're hunting, you know, you're out in the woods, you know, you're doing the work to get that meat, you know, finding, you know, trying to find the right doe and stuff like that. I mean, a good hunter, you know, will know his shit, you know what to hunt for and all that stuff. Where like, you know, us, you know, regular people and stuff like that, we go to McDonald's, we get a burger, and that burger, you know, it comes from a cow that, you know, didn't get to live his life, you know. I mean, I've seen some videos with that, with even made me vegan one year. I mean, I'm not vegan anymore, but it made me vegan one year, and goddamn, it was a mess, man. But yeah, oh, there goes a badger. What's up, fam? Let's go ahead and I see another one up there. We'll go ahead and just calm and quiet. Actually, so this is a really cool thing. So on the map, by the way, this is the map. There's two maps. There's Transylvania map and this one. I haven't been on Transylvania map because I kind of want to explore this one first. But the cool thing is, though, is that if you see this purple fart gas here, that is actually the way the wind is blowing and my scent. So basically, animals can pick up your scent, and and they'll just like move away from that location, which is like, I mean, it's realistic. That's why, you know, for the most part, you either want to, you know, a good hunter will, you know, if they see an animal out there and they know which way the wind's blowing, that wind, it looks like it's about to blow towards the animal, that's why a good hunter knows to, like, you know, try to walk around and stuff like that, to go for the shot. Otherwise, you use a scent, which I think is basically deer piss, and spray it on yourself, and yeah,
So
it
many
does not smell
burrows.
good.
That's unusual. Badgers are definitely overpopulated in this area.
Alright, so before we shoot a badger, let's pick one out. I see a couple of them, and let's go for one that isn't moving, because a stationary target is a lot easier. Ooh, there we go. Alright, so it's about 96 meters out. A stationary target is way easier to hit than a moving one. Okay, still looks like it's about 90 meters out. There we go. Yeah, so the reason why we're going against these badgers here is because they're overpopulated. Stuff like that, there's so many of them. So we gotta keep it down a bit. There we go. That was that. Was that another badger, or was that a bird? I have no clue. Oh, there's a badger over there. So, over the course of this game, they've added ambient birds. So, basically, there's just, like, birds that'll, like, sometimes, like, fly out of the bush and stuff like that. But sometimes I can mistake them as, for a pheasant, and, thinking that they're real and stuff like that. So, anyways. So, here's another cool thing that this game has, too. When you claim your animal, you have this screen where it tells you, like, you know, where your bullet impact, the energy of the bullet and stuff like that. So, and obviously the anatomy of the animal and stuff like that. So this was an insta kill shot, as you can see with the right lung has that skull icon. It's fucking dead. It was coming right out of his ass too, but it's fucking dead. Which is good. Again, you want to kill them as quickly as possible and stuff like that. Didn't get a heart shot, but oh well, we'll still get a bunch of meat out of it. So yeah, and then we can choose whether we want taxidermy and sell it. But before we do that, we'll also do an overview. So right here you have the info. So it's a male badger. Is an adult, weighs about 9.77 kilo, and then this little genetics thing, that's another thing that we'll talk about pretty soon once we hunt our first deer. because it plays a big role in the in uh, in herd control. Um, but yeah, we'll get into it. And then obviously on the right, that's what, that's exactly, that's where you shot it to get the kill shot. That's what time it was. That's the weather. That's the location, stuff like that. Hunt rating. That's pretty much depending on how well you hunted that thing. So if I ran it over with a car, it would just be completely disqualified because it was inhumane. The difficulties, so there are 4 difficulties in this game. Explorer, which is the easy mode. Adventurer, which is just the normal setting. Hard mode, where animals are more skittish and stuff like that, so you have to use like real hunter tactics and all that stuff. And then there's ranger mode, which is like insane, but yeah. And then trophy rating again will go into the herd control thing, what I'll talk to once we hunt our first deer. But yeah, then the hunt, so tracking time was 3.5 minutes, stuff like that. And then that tells us our sale and stuff like that, how much we can sell it, yada yada yada. So anyways, I'll go ahead and sell this one. It's gonna ask me to hunt another one, so I'm gonna go ahead and hunt another one, and then I'll catch up with you guys when we're ready to hunt our first deer. Alright, we're back inside. So now we went ahead and moved out a little bit, more towards the map, and in this area we should be able to find
I remember when I couldn't tell the difference between
a
a
whitetail and a
mule
mule deer.
Everybody used to tease me about it.
Alright, and honestly I can see some out in the distance, so let's go ahead.
Let's see if I haven't forgotten
Shit.
all those hunting lessons from Grandpa.
Some right here. Okay, so this is important right here. So let's go ahead and talk about herd management while we take a look at these deers. So when it comes to herd, obviously there's males and females. Obviously, the males will have an adult male will have antlers. The adult females will have no antlers, stuff like that. And right here we're looking at mule deers, by the way. And if you can look on the upper right, by the way, it tells you what kind of animal they are. It tells you what their age is, their youngs, and stuff like that. Which ideally, you don't want to go for the young because you want them to grow, because they might, and they also tell you their behavior. The reason why you don't want to ideally go for the young is because, boom, you see that trophy thing right there? That's a 1-star. Now, what is the stars? Basically, it's the general rating, obviously, of the deer, and it affects how much money it's gonna be. And 5 tails are super rare. Oh my god, look at that one. That's a 3-star too. Ooh, should we go for? Nah. I honestly, if you want my quick tips on when it comes to starting out, stuff like that, go for the 1-stars or 2-stars first. That way, you have a better chance of that herd when they repopulate. They'll have more, 4 stars, 5 stars, stuff like that. So 1 star, 2-star kill, 3 stars, leave it alone, and then 4 stars, wait until you can see like how old the deer is. And yes, you can see how old the deer is just by looking at them. So when they go to an adult, they can either be like a young adult or they can be old, like ready to die and stuff like that. And if they're if they're old and about ready to die, you want to go ahead and kill them because they won't reach full potential to 5-star. Look at me. They actually like looking at me like, oh shit, he's telling everyone our secrets. They're literally just all looking at me. Anyways, but yeah, and then obviously at 5-star you want to kill, but be very careful. You don't want to kill too many of those 5-stars. So what I do is when you kill like a 5-star, go for 1 or 2, like 1 or 2 stars, stuff like that. And obviously it will affect the amount of things you do. So we're gonna have to. I don't like the fact that they probably smell us. Yeah, they definitely smell us, so they're gonna be moving away. So if I can fucking get out, there we go, this thing. We'll go ahead and try to hunt them. So we got a Remington, what does it go? It's like a 783, I think, something like that. But anyways, these are really good for. This is a base weapon that you get for doing some of the missions, and they are good for hunting deer, stuff like that. Not the best, but they are pretty good. But you don't want to shoot anything that's more than 100 meters for you. That way the bullet energy can you know, go through the animal. And we'll talk more about the bullet energy, stuff like that. Oh, that's another thing too. You don't want to shoot too many of the males and too many of the females. You don't just want to go for males because then there'll be more female herds, and they'll just become harder. So you really want to, you just want to balance it out, you know. Alright, so see, are we about, we're almost there. Should we go ahead and take the shot? Wait, what's this one? Is that a 1-star? That's a 1-star. So I say we'll go for him. Fuck it. And tip is you want to try to hit this below the shoulder. There we go. We'll wait and see. Hopefully that's a kill shot. We'll wait. We'll give it a bit. Let them all run off. So one thing that people recommend is that when you're about to shoot an animal, put a marker down, and you can. I just honestly I don't know how, because I never done it, and I really don't care to, because I can't. You know, it's a bit more realistic. You know, to just shoot the deer and then just wait, stuff like that. And you never want to run. Don't run in this game. You know, think of it as like a stealth game. Like an open world stealth game, which now that I think about it, I think hunting games are actually the best kind of games to get at stealth. Okay, so we'll go ahead, and now we'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and tell you a little bit about hunter sense. So hunter sense is how you're gonna keep track of animals and find their need zone. Need zones are basically places where they're either gonna be eating, resting, or sleeping. So look here. So this tells us they do whitetails do come here to drink, even though we saw a bunch of mule deers, which is very interesting. But they rarely come over here anyways. So, but yeah, they do come over here and drink up. And they rarely come over here. So okay. Okay. Now we're gonna have to try to find the blood. And one thing about Hunter Call of the Wild is that it's much easier to, see it. It's much easier to find the blood. So in this game it's a little bit tougher, but, okay. Ooh, it's pink, which is very good. Alright, so right here we can look at the blood analysis. Pink is very good, that's the lung shot. So that's definitely going to be a fatal shot at some point. Medium is, obviously how much blood that they're going to be pouring out, and then air bubbles is another good thing. Honestly, I kind of forget what air bubbles do, but it's also a very good thing in the blood. And if you want to try to figure out which direction an animal has went towards the blood, you want to follow the part that it's kind of like an arrow. Imagine it being an arrow. Like this is the base, and then it's like pointing that way. So wherever the droplets are, that's the direction that the animal went. So let's go ahead and go here. Another cool thing about this game too is that they actually have like blood on the leaves. So this thing looks like shit itself. Okay, so it looks like we're going this way. So yeah, and this is another thing. Oh, it's right here. So see, that's very good. That's a very good hunt. It didn't take long to die or anything. He basically went here, ran over here, and that. And again, that's the humane way you want to do it. You don't want them to suffer. You want to kill them as quick as possible. Obviously, you don't want to shoot them in the head, 'cause that's fucked. Let's go ahead and claim our animal. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Oh yeah. Beautiful fucking shot. Not quite a heart shot, but it's close enough. So, so just a little tip here. So bullet energy, is basically how well the bullet is gonna travel. So, so the bullet didn't go completely through, which is fine. I mean, it's a lot worse if you're a real hunter, because then you're gonna have to like find the bullet and then stuff like that. But in this game, it's fine. But let's see. But obviously, if you hit like bone structure and stuff like that, the bullet energy is gonna slow down a bit. So that means basically, if you hit a bone structure, the bullet is gonna slow down and it won't go all the way through. So it's right above the heart too. That is freaking close, dude. Oh, that's hella close. Wait, did it actually hit the heart? Hold up. No, just above the heart. Wow. Well, hey man, that just shows how I mean, I'm still learning the anatomy of a deer. And that's one thing you're gonna have to get used to too if you're brand new to like hunting and stuff like that, is trying to get used to knowing where the heart is. For example, like, you know, obviously with the deer, you want to kind of hit them behind the shoulder. That's the ideal place, because you want to go for the lung shot, but if you can get that heart, that's very good as well. With the bear, the more like on the higher side of the chest area. And yeah, so, but it's a very good hunt. So 1 star, which again is good. You want to go for the 1 and 2 stars a bit at the beginning. That way, that the herd has more of a chance of getting like 4 stars and 5 stars, stuff like that. Which, by the way, they each animal do have a life cycle. So, like, one day you might find a young deer, and if you obviously you want to leave it alone, because if you leave it alone, you can come back and find that same deer, and it can be an adult, and it can be a 4 or 5 star rating. So 5 stars is extremely rare, but that's good. You know, that's what I like. So, and there we go. We got the introduction. Now we got General Sao, which is actually a real life uh, Chinese dish. Like that. I think it's Chinese. It's probably Mongolian, but whatever. Fuck. But anyways, but yeah, I'll go ahead and meet you guys back in the log cabin. I'm gonna have to walk my ass all the way back there. So I'll go ahead and meet you guys back at the cabin. I'll show you the shop, because we unlocked all the gear and stuff like that. I mean, we haven't unlocked them, but we have unlocked the ability to look at them. Yeah, I'll see you soon. So here's where we can access the store. And so this is our storage. Oh, here's the store, and this is all the guns. Again, these are all the guns that you can like that are there in like real life, stuff like that. It's so cool how they actually got like the real brand. And if you want a really good starter weapon, everyone will recommend this gun. I don't know why. I mean, so you can obviously look at the caliber and stuff like that, which is not bad at all. Hunting tier, I believe that's like the recommended tier that you can go out hunting. Obviously, the higher is the tier is, the bigger the game that you can go out and catch. You know, obviously you got the mag capacity, and then you got the you know, where it says bolt. Basically, you shoot it, you have to pull it back once, and then shoot again. Which is the same with our, you know, our. Oh, okay, which is the same with our shotguns down here. We got the shotguns down here as well, and so right now we're gonna have to need a shotgun in order to you know, be able to go for the next thing that we're going to be hunting, which is pheasants. And my personal recommendation, I will go with the Moreland Silence, because it's the only semi-automatic shotgun that we have at the moment. But whenever you can, go for the Holden, the Jack. This is a very good weapon as well. So you want to, so ideally, when you come up with the money, you want to go with the shotgun here, the Holden, the Jack, and the Steyr Pro Hunter 2. Both very good guns. Anyways, let's see. While we're here, might as well go ahead and get that. And then we'll go ahead and go over to gear here. And these are all your gear and stuff like that. People recommend that you don't really need to worry about getting binoculars. Like buying another thing of binoculars, because there's only 2 at the moment. This one just zooms in really far, which is, you know, it's obviously good. But you don't need to worry too much about it. Collars, right now, they're hit or miss, according to some people. Obviously, these collars are very good for attracting animals, but I think there's like something you have to do, like where you have to call enough people, like use it enough to where they become stronger or something. Like there's some kind of skill level with the collars, so not something that you have to worry too much about, as far as I know, as far as from what I heard. Then you got your attachments over here. You know, you got your scopes, which obviously you're gonna want to use these on the shotguns. And then you got your sights as well. Very good for your sniper rifle. Very interesting things about these things too. So you have your magnification. This is like how far you can zoom in. You got your lens size. So basically that'll show you like the size of like what you can see with I'll go into more details once we get out of the screen. And then you got the lens quality. It makes some difference because lens quality wise, I mean, once you're aiming down something at full magnification, you know, it can be a little bit blurry. It can be a bit hard to know where you're actually gonna shoot, stuff like that. But yeah, let's go ahead and collect our next objective, which is General South telling us
This
that we
reminds me
need
when
to
Grandpa
go
went for a pheasant hunt.
and kill some pheasants, and it is highly recommended to use a shotgun for pheasants. Okay, yeah, we don't have the scope.
Forgot to
Then
take a shot.
anyways, I know a good place to get some pheasants too, so this would be a good place for anybody who's new to the game. You know, just a little tips on that. But anyway, so yeah, so here's the scope and stuff like that. And then, yeah, lens size, so you see, like, this is pretty small lens, but once we get it upgraded, the lens that we can see through the scope will be much bigger, and that's very good as well. I mean, I know in like Call of Duty and stuff like that, you want it, you know. What the fuck's going on? Ooh. Oh, that's weird. I just ran into a bug. There are some bugs in this game. And my camera was like, felt really stiff, really tough. But anyways, in Call of Duty, you don't want your lens to be too big. That way you can still see around you if enemies come around the corner. But this ain't Call of Duty, this is hunting. And I know, you know, kids nowadays, you know, kids in my generation have like they have an attention span of a gnat. This game will test a lot of your patience and stuff like that. It's slower pace. I mean, you're definitely gonna find a deer. Let's just say that. You're definitely gonna find game. But you know, but it's just not gonna be you know, I'm gonna go behind that little shed there and find, you know, a bear, and I'm just gonna fuck it up. So, anyways, let's see. So I know a good place to find some pheasants. Which will be in this general area right here. You don't have to go too far. Pheasants should be in this area, which we know. And this one's spooked, so we're definitely not gonna get a good thing on him. There's one just close by. So again, you want to go for the shotgun on these things. And funnily enough, in some states, or maybe all states, you're not allowed to shoot flying animals on the ground. Unless you're like turkeys, stuff like that, but like ducks, stuff like that, you have to wait until they're airborne. But in this game, obviously, you can just shoot them whenever the fuck you want to shoot them. Don't matter. I want to be very careful and try to find. So I'll just hunt one of these little guys so you can get a little taste of the shotgun. Let's see. Get 100 cents. See if we can get him. He said it was about 60 to 80 meters out, so it shouldn't be too far out. Not making any noises either though, so got a sook, but oh well. Oh well, there's definitely pheasant in this area, so we'll go ahead and pull out the binoculars, see if we can find any. So the draw distance in this game is very good as well. I think it goes out to maybe like a whole kilometer or something. I can't remember, but this one right in fucking front of us, dude. Oh. There it is. I see it. There we go. We got it. We definitely got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. There we go. He's a nice, beautiful pheasant here. So, got the flesh. Which, I mean, you know, it's alright, you know. We definitely still got a good amount of meat off of them. I think so. But, yeah. So, obviously, you're not going to get a lot out of these birds, but they're still beautiful in the hunt. You can also taxidermy them, which I'll show you once we get back to the cabin. But yeah. So, here's a little taste of the shotgun, the little bird play, something like that. So, we got a 164, so we got to go for another, one. But, I'm going to go ahead and switch back because there's one mission I want to play out for you guys real quick just before we end the video. So I'll meet you guys back at the cabin. Alright, and we're back. So real quick, we're gonna head and open up the mailbox. We got a little cutscene coming up because, you know, more story time.
Dear River, I've already told you 1,000,000 times, but I'll say it 1,000,000,000. Thank you so much for helping me with Bear Den Ranch. Restaurants always place their orders with me by email. I think you wrote down my email password when you visited me in hospital. I don't trust the postal service enough to write it down here. I couldn't be happier to hear that you started hunting again, despite your father's disapproval. You're an adult now. You can make your own decisions. When he found out you were hunting with me as a kid without permission and forbid you to ever visit me again, it broke my heart forever. So in a medical sense, this will help to heal the physical scars that share my heart tissue with the metaphorical ones. Do you remember Hollywood, the little fawn you named when we saw him no older than a few weeks?
Hell yeah.
It was summer 2002, and 10-year-old River was about to spend his first holiday with his grandparents. River could feel the adventure and mischief in his young bones. Why has River never visited his grandparents before?
Wow! Dad! Dad!
What? Asked his father.
There was a deer! Which one is a white butt? Mule deer or white-tailed deer? It has to be white-tailed, right?
I don't know.
They both got white
Grandpa will
booties, by
know.
the way.
Because my father-in-law knows everything.
A few hours later, River was finally in Nez Perce Valley, and his joy was matched only by that of his grandparents. But not everyone shared their elation.
Grandpa! I saw a deer! It was probably a white-tailed because he had a white butt.
Mule deer also have white butts.
How can you tell the difference?
Wallace,
Richard,
I want to speak to you in private.
River was amazed when he entered the lodge. The walls seemed bigger somehow, and the animals looked alive.
Wait here. I've got something for you.
But
Oi,
that
oi,
summer,
what are
there
you
was
bit
one
ish for?
thing River was forbidden to even think about.
To be crystal clear, you were absolutely not allowed to let him anywhere near a gun or anything to do with hunting.
Richard, that's impossible. This is a hunting lodge after all.
You know what I mean.
Will you help me finish it?
Days went by, and River couldn't get enough of nature.
See, kids, this is before the time where
He
like
already felt
iPhone
it was his
were
best
things stuff like
summer
that.
yet,
So kids actually
but
touch
it was
grass.
about to get even better.
You're like, what? Kids used to go outside?
Ah!
That's how he met April and Noah.
Hi, I'm River.
Ah! Why do I always have to be the animal?
Because you're the youngest.
Poor girl.
Why? This is what hunters do, isn't it?
No, real hunters are ethical. They wouldn't make an animal suffer like this and not even retrieve it afterwards.
Yep. Fucking poachers, I swear to God, man.
River
They're
kept
at.
making the best
Oh, I don't
memories
like
he could that summer. He was also determined to find out more about his mother, as his father and grandfather never spoke of her.
I didn't know my mother hunted too.
Oh, you found the album.
Why do we never talk about her?
You'll have to ask your grandfather about that. But you can ask me anything else, sweetheart.
But this secret had to wait for another day. Time flew by, and soon the summer was at an end.
Wow! Try yelling something.
Ahoy!
On the last day, they made a new friend and named her Echo.
Nice. I love the comic book cutscenes, man. They're good. So now, obviously, if you don't really care about the story and stuff like that, you can go out and shoot shit. But you do you, fam. But I do recommend doing some of the missions because it's an easy way to get money. It helps you learn the game more. And there's also things. It's a bit annoying. But you can't just go anywhere on the map. So, like, say if you want to go in this area, you'll have to buy like some kind of pass or something with the in-game money. Obviously there's no fucking microtransactions or loot boxes in this game. Oh my god, I can't fucking imagine. But anyways, and you have to buy those passes, but you don't have to outright buy them. Actually, you can just you can go in there and do some missions, like maybe like 2 or 3 missions, and then once you do those missions, they'll be like, yeah, you're cool. You can come hunt on my land and stuff like that. So yeah, there you go. Anyways, alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and skip to the part where we find Hollywood, and then after that, I'll show you guys, you know, the taxidermy and the hunting, or not the hunting, but the, you know, customizing your lodge and stuff like that, 'cause it's pretty cool. Alright, so we found Hollywood after searching for about 20 minutes, and, let's see, so there's one with an abnormal, my bad, antlers. I think it's that one right there. So we need to get a little closer, so gotta be very quiet so these guys don't get spooked and know that we're here though. We're gonna have to just go ahead and crawl on the ground. So again, with our Remington, we want to go at least get 100 meters just so we can get a very good shot on them. We almost there. So again, I'm pretty sure that's it. So yeah, if you're never sure about a shot, when you're about to take one, it's always best just to hold off and wait for that perfect opportunity. They say, there's a saying that it's better to stretch the stalk than stretch the shot. So we'll go ahead and crouch down. Alright, about there. Okay. Let's go ahead and get our sting. It's the perfect moment right now. Damn it, he's laying down. So it's gonna make it harder to get a good heart shot. But you know what? While we do that, we'll go ahead and we adjust our position. Alright, we'll go ahead and wait till he stands up, and as soon as he stands up, we'll go ahead and take the shot. So, again, if you don't have a good shot, it's way better to just go ahead and there we go. Yup, that was a hell of a good shot right there, man. Whew! Alright. Go ahead and collect our prize. Hopefully that's the right guy. I mean, it would suck really bad if it wasn't, but he's the one that stressed out. I also forgot to mention, by the way, the way you can tell if a deer is quite close to dying, you know, of old age, is look for like little batches of fur. Like look for little bushes on their fur. That's what I mean. So, and you can tell if they're getting old. That's the way you can tell that if it's worth going ahead and taking him out. If you know if he's a 4-star, he's not gonna go and be a 5-star. So, yep, that's definitely Hollywood. Sup? Ooh, right into the heart too. So yeah, he wasn't gonna live. I mean, we hit the bone, which is definitely gonna slow the bullet energy. But yeah, man, he didn't suffer that long. So bone to bone, man. Yeah, that last bone kind of stopped our bullet. But yeah, man, oh my gosh, what a beautiful fucking shot, dude. I'm proud of that one. I am very proud of that one. So hell yeah. Yeah, man, I'm very proud of that one. So let's go ahead and taxidermy it. Alright, so we'll go ahead and return to the lodge, and then we'll show you how the, you know, how taxiderming works, you know, how you can decorate and shit like that, and then I'm gonna go ahead and call it an episode. But yeah, man, so I hope somebody learned a little bit about hunting, or that, or, you know, somebody was interested, they saw this game, like, you know, I'm gonna check this out, I'm gonna watch a video and stuff like that. Don't let this one video make you desist, watch a few more, and see if it's gonna catch your interest. So, alright, so here's, our thing, so yes, we got Hollywood and his father, that's fucked up, but anyways, so we'll go ahead, so this is like a free, like, taxidermy, thing, but you start taxiderming, it costs money. The cool thing is, though, is that you can save that animal for taxiderming, and you don't have to right away like spend your money. So like in Hunter Call of the Wild, when you go for a hunt, if you want to taxidermy an animal, you have to instantly like spend that money. Otherwise, you can kind of like save that harvest and then wait till you go to your hunter's lodge and then see where you want to put it and then pay for the taxidermy. But here, yeah, it's quite different. So, but yeah, man, look at that. That's fucking awesome. That's so cool. And then if you guys remember our badger and stuff like that, we'll go ahead and put him down, or her. I forgot which one it was. But we don't have to also put a badger here. We can also have a red fox. We can have a wolf. And if we got 2 foxes, I mean, look at this. Like, we have so many different, options. Was this something that I don't think Hunter Call of the Wild has, at least to the very point where you can have like 2 different animals in one like trophy setting, stuff like that. So, but yeah, we'll go ahead and put our badger here, and there we go. And that, that's our first hunt. So I mean, it's not like a 4 or 5 star badger, but it's our first hunt, stuff like that, our first animal. So you might as well go for it. But yeah, and there's just so many different places where you can put them. And in this game there's bears, moose, ducks, pheasants, obviously. There's badgers, foxes, wolves, stuff like that. And then, and the other map, which I actually forgot to mention, there's another map too, where you go to Transylvania. It has, different things. It has red deer, there's the other animals too, that you can go on, stuff like that. So, but yeah, I mean, that's pretty much everything, man. I don't know what else to say. I mean, just other than looking around and look at the possible things that you can put down. So it's so cool how you can put them in like different positions. Again, you can do this in Hunter Call of the Wild, but I don't think you can put like 2 different animals in one stand. But yeah, so I might do a Hunter Call of the Wild video too. Just showing off that. I think it's pretty cool. Again, I prefer that game over this one, is just because there's more variety in Hunter Call of the Wild than there is, stuff like that. Like there's tree stands, there's more collars, more scents, more guns. There's bows. That's one thing that I'm kind of weirded out, that this game doesn't have, is bows, but they might add them pretty soon. I mean, they're still supporting this game. They still have some stuff coming up in the long run. But yeah, and if you're interested in like the real world hunting and stuff like that, I highly recommend just going on YouTube and watching this channel called Meat Eater. It's basically, it's like a celebrity hunter, but he's so good. I think his name's Steve Burnell or something like that. Look him up. He's a really cool guy. He doesn't just hunt. He also, shows you, he does like ingredients that he hears about, and he just makes the meal out of whatever he catches, stuff like that. It's so fucking cool. So, but anyways, yeah, that's it. That's all I have to say. So, I hope this video, was a little educational about the hunting scene, stuff like that. And and about this game in general, in case somebody was looking at it and stuff like that. Hopefully it helps make your decision. But yeah, so that's all I got to say, other than just look at the fucking scenery, man. It's so pretty. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, as always, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.